Hey everybody, Small Flame 85 here. It's been a while. We're back with another video, back with another roll sign. I was able to get through more of my office and was able to dig out this one. This is an IRT Redbird sign. So we're looking at same thing, the three-piece sign. You've got your route, you've got your destination. So we're gonna look through the route. This is I forget what it is. We'll see what it is on the bottom. But yeah, here we go. Let's go through it. Try and keep it still. This one's gonna be a heck of a lot slower because it's a hand crank and it's not as easy. So hopefully I don't catch a cramp later in this one. But yeah, we'll start off right now with this one. So you see this one, 2 to Brooklyn via 7th Avenue, 5 via the Bronx via Lex Avenue. So this is actually a sticker on top of the original sign, which would have been the 1 train via Broadway Local. And so this sign was put on the Redbirds when they ran on the 2 and the 5 in the 90s and the early 2000s, basically to make it easier for the 2 and the 5 to for the operators to change without having to change the they didn't have to change the destinations because the destinations were the same, the routes were a little different. So you say the 2 is going to Brooklyn, and the 5 to the Bronx via Lex. So that's what this sticker is here for. So for the ease of access. Got a bit of a cough here. Hopefully you guys don't get it from me doing this right now. Of course you shouldn't. If you do, leave it in the comments. I'd like to know how. Anyway, all right. So now we got the 2 via 7th Avenue Express. All right. And here's the other sticker. Again, covering what would be the 3 7th Avenue Express. Again, so again, they were running on the 2 and the 5, so they really did, the Redbirds really didn't run the 1 and the 3 in the 90s and the early 2000s. So they just put the sticker over it, and here you go. Here's the opposite. You got the 5 to Brooklyn via Lex and 2 to the Bronx via 7. Moving on, so 3 to 4 Lexington Avenue Express. I'm really sorry if this is such a long video, but this is gonna take a while. All right, so we got the 4, the Lexington Avenue Express. Maybe I'll show you guys what this crank is. All right, and so we got a diamond, which more really exists on the numbered ones. Diamond for peak express, rush hour, peak direction express. Goodness gracious. There we go. So we got the 4 Peak Express, which we did have some express stops in the Bronx. The really big difference for the 4 Diamond was just in the South Bronx. Just I forget, was it 138th Street? You guys know. All right, here we go. 4th Avenue, 4 Lexington Avenue Local, which I do think. We've actually changed it, actually run on a little bit of 4th Avenue for whatever part of 4th Avenue did exist in Manhattan. All right, now we got the 5 Lexington Avenue Express. All right, and this is definitely a true peak direction express. You got the 5 Lexington Avenue Bronx through express. So on the White Plains line. So I feel sorry for the operation have to handle this every day. Goodness gracious, man, this thing's hard to crank. All right, so we got the 6 Lexington Avenue Local, Pelham Local. So you got the condensed font there. And you see the next one, 6th Avenue, 6 Lexington Avenue Local, Pelham Express. All right. So the 6 also did have rush hour peak direction express, which I believe it's on here. But interesting that they have that on here. Here you go, 6 Pelham Local. And that would be either during the day or yeah, that's interesting. There's no Diamond 6 on here. There was on the maps, I believe. But yeah, the 6 definitely has peak direction express. But Pelham local, so you have that for either during the middle of the day, or late at night you have the shuttle that ran on the Pelham local from Pelham Bay Park to 125th Street, Manhattan. All right, now we got the 7 Flushing local. All right, this is a fun one. So this is a pretty cool sign that they had on here. You got the 2 7s, all right? Again, the 7s also had peak direction express. And so basically, you set the sign on the train, and the train would just go in the, the direction. So say whichever side of the train this is on, peak direction express again. So if, say, Manhattan was on this side and Flushing was on that side, the trains would run in. This would be an afternoon train where it would run in from Main Street to Manhattan local, and then it would get to Times Square, and then it would run back express. So remember, I say Times Square because this is way before Hudson Yards opened up. So yep, so you got your local and your express, and of course you have the opposite one. Say in the morning, Main Street is still on my side, on the left of the screen. Flushing's on the right. You'd have, in the morning, you'd run express in and local out. So pretty interesting way they set these signs up for all the really crazy service that you have on the IRT, and that really speaks to the designs of the IRT back in the early 1900s. All right, so now we got the shuttle here, and this was used on multiple lines. If it ended up on the 42nd Street shuttle, you'd have it there, but you also have the 5 train for the Dyer Avenue shuttle. You got the 6 train for the Pelham Avenue shuttle, the Pelham shuttle, the late night shuttles, and I don't think there's any other shuttles. I think no, not the 3, the 4 ran local at night for new lots. So all right, then we have our mandatory special. And if the train operator was feeling, or the conductor was feeling this is getting tough, very bored, then you can set all the signs to not in service. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, that is the sign. I know the sign information is there, so I'm going to crank it up so we can take it upside down. All right. So as you see, side rods on detail for the R21, 22, 26, 28, 29, 33, 36. So your Redbirds and your pre-Redbirds. Is there a date on this one? I don't see a date on here. Nope. All right, well, that's the sign, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll keep it going. Got 2 more signs to look at. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll talk to you guys later. Be safe.